Folk Art Applique. Then I thought, oh, we're gonna have a white one. But I was smart enough to put black collar and black cuffs because the white one is gonna get much dirtier than the black one. But great fun. And on the white one, I decided we better have matching shoes. Have a look at the shoes. Because I couldn't resist. They don't quite fit her, but she's a good sport to try anyway. They're my shoes and they do fit me. And this does stop traffic. When you gotta have the jacket and somebody that looks at the shoes. Matching shoes, it is good fun. I know I'm getting carried away, I know, but there's more. Stay tuned. While I'm talking about the world's easiest parka, let me show you the baby one. Yeah, exactly. So this is that same world's easiest parka done from Sherpa. There's no grandmother worth her salt that shouldn't be doing this. And of course I made matching boots as well. So yeah, I mean, just think about baby and Christmas is coming and whatever. They can be baby boys or baby girls or whatever color. So yeah, world's easiest. Okay, here's the class that we did on Wednesday. We used jeans. We started out with a pair of blue jeans. How many have got jeans that don't fit anymore? You know, they shrink in the drawers. That's what happens to jeans. So this is they will fit again. They won't fit your legs, but they'll fit your arms. Put your arms in the legs. And now you've got sleeves. So these are the legs of your jeans made into sleeves. And then you use the rest of the jean on the whole body of this. So you're going to applique it. That's why you need those pieces of cassia, because the cassia works beautifully for applique on top of. So if you take that off, you'll see the cassia's on the inside and all the applique on the outside. And then of course she's got a tie vest. So flash that because it looks like it's solid, but if you see it's all open. So yeah, it's great fun. So if you've got some ties, make yourself the lattice vest, and I mean, we're talking recycling. So here's Ruth in the red one, and Pam come out in the black one. I mean, I just can't make enough of these. So again, roll up your jean legs. That's the way they were on your body, so roll them up, and now they're their sleeves. You can then add some bits and pieces of all the scraps of all the fabrics that you've used and everything else. Yeah, you get a great looking jacket, or you get a red one. You decide. And here we go, painting shoes. I found a woman in Indianapolis who did paint my shoes. I whined because she had some on, and I didn't make her, but I offered her some stuff if she would make me mine. And so then I had to make a jacket to match. I mean, I know I'm a little bit crazy with this matching stuff, but I just could not resist taking those same motifs and putting them on our HeShe shirt. And when I wear that, people just, I mean, they walk into walls. They do. It's such fun. That's why I love to sew. You can make something so unique. Maybe I've made something, you know, you can't buy that in a store. Maybe there's a reason you can't buy it in a store. I don't know, but I sure love to do it. Okay, this is the final one. I took all my jeans and cut them into flowers. And then I sewed them on a base and put this same thing together. It's number 30. The Awesome Creative is the one you need to do all those jeans. And so I cut them all up and appliqued them free motion all over the base. And of course that'll match every pair of blue jeans you've got if you haven't already cut them up. So yeah, good fun. Okay, the craziest thing that I've ever done is the plastic bag coat. And I'm now quite famous for the plastic bag coat. So you know you've got too much fabric when you start sewing up the bags. So you then sew the bags to a piece of fabric, and then you sew the fabric together. That's called quilting, if I ever heard. That's just quilting at its finest. So then sew them all together, cut out your front, cut out your back, cut out your sleeve, cut out your hood, and place the bags if you want. If you turn around, you see the cheesecake on the butt where it's going to go anyway. So just be glad I didn't have a Hooters bag. I didn't have one of those. So yeah, it's a great little raincoat. And then we made a new addition to the bag wardrobe this year with the tie top. So yeah, bags are good. So yeah, how many of you got some bags at home that you might just qualify for this? I had one woman say, where am I going to get all those bags? I thought, you've got to get out more. Go to a mall someplace and there we've got bags. There's bags out there. Although they're trying to get us to not use bags. So here's our next solution to the no-use bags. This is a new jacket. We've done it on a classic coat. We've done it in Touchdown, which is a water-repellent, wind-resistant fabric. So I just lined the hood as a little contrast and put a little bit of that in the drawstring. But then, and I did wear this the other day, it's just a nice little jacket with a little matching scarf. Have you got the, yes. I went to Superstore or wherever you go, and of course they always ask you if you've got your bag. So I pull out my matching bag. I know, I mean, she did a double take on this, and it's hard to get those guys to even react because they're so busy. But when I pull out, I said, no, I don't need your bag. I have my bag. They're gonna take me away one day, I don't know. Anyway, here is the matching bag. So let me tell you about this bag. I invented this, I copyrighted it in 1990. It has no bottom seam, so it's all one piece. I'm always in fear of the bottom falling out of my bag. So there's no way that this can fall open. The handles are all in one with the bag, so they're double, so they're not gonna fall off. The pocket is formed by this little shape there. The pocket is there. So you're gonna sew the pocket on. And you're gonna put Velcro on it so that you can close it. And when you fill this thing up with lots and lots of groceries, this carries 22 pounds of groceries, my milk cartons, whatever. And then you're going to take it home, empty it, and turn the pocket inside out and put it back in your purse or in your pocket. Because invariably I go to the store, or I have gone, and my bags are in the car and you're in the store, and you keep on this cycle. Make these and make them for everyone you know for Christmas. It's called the world's easiest shopping bag. We did have some kits that gave you enough fabric to do 3 of them and the pattern for 20 bucks. I think it's the greatest idea I've had in a long time, so go for it. Okay, here's our new jacket made from pleather. And the newest pleather just came in. It's distressed pleather, means that it's all sort of smooth and rough. People say it sounds like my sewing, but no, you won't be distressed. This is unlined. This is a quick little jacket made out of the Blazer Bonanza. Oh no, it's actually out of our urban jacket. Put on a little scarf and you are set to go. We've got metallic pleather now, and somebody just bought the last of it, I think, but it comes in copper and silver, no, gold and platinum. Metallic pleather would be wonderful as well. Pleather is plastic leather, basically. Okay, here's the same thing, long. That's one that you saw earlier in the classic coat, but I just made this one long in the rust color. So you decide whether you want a short one or whether you want a long one. The classic coat we're going to use as our parka at the end as well, so you can make many different versions on this one. You can do a drawstring waist or not, and you can do collar or hood, whichever way you want to go. Looking good, ready for the day like today. Oh, urban jacket. Speaking of the same, no, that one's the classic coat. This is urban jacket, but urban jacket has got 2 sort of side fitted seams. And when you cut something on the bias, we didn't tell you the pattern to cut it on the bias, but when you cut it on the bias, you really get some interesting chevron looks. This one is the silk one, and this is using the recycled silk yarn that we have at the booth. We didn't make the fabric, but we happen to have the same yarn. So imagine the possibilities of knitting a scarf or knitting some accessory to go with this jacket. Looking good, unlined, very simple. Okay, we've got our purse, and there's not our new purse. This one's called Linda's Best Bag so far. So we do have that one. I've made that many times in many different fabrics, quilted or not quilted, whatever. This is our Sherpa, and Ruth is wearing her urban jacket without sleeves that becomes a vest in Sherpa. So if you want something nice, warm, and cuddly, that's it. And I know there's a couple of pieces of Sherpa left at the booth because I did the whole class in this on Thursday night. And speaking of beautiful jackets and beautiful women, here we go with quilted fabric that's made into our jacket with the matching fur. So why not do the matching fur, and then you are a little bit set. I don't know if you go skiing in these jackets anymore, but you sure look good in the chalet, and that's important. And of course, we've got matching vest underneath, because why wouldn't you make the matching vest? Then we made a scarf, and we do sell silk fiber. My daughter travels all over. In Nepal, she found silk fiber, which is so vibrant, so wonderful. So we felted it, and it felts beautifully to whatever. So we felted it on the scarf. But the swing coat is just a classic. It's kind of wider at the bottom again than it is at the top. It's classic. You can belt it if you want, but not belting it just lets it swing and lets it flow. So I love the swing coat. Here it is, the swing coat. And here's the yarn that we have at the booth, this recycled silk. And there it is as a nice scarf. So there's the swing coat. We also felted this wool. And I have a lot of people asking me, do you have boiled wool? No, we don't carry the boiled wool from Austria. We boil our own. So this was a piece of wool fabric. We put it in the hot machine with hot and agitate with hottest water you could. Then take it out, put it in a hot dryer. It's going to shrink and it's going to felt, and that's what this one did. It started out as extra large. It's come down to about a medium or small medium. And here we go with some more fur and another urban jacket done in the quilted fabric. We have this quilted fabric, so it makes life pretty simple. All you've got to do is cut it up and sew it up. And then the newest fabric, or one of the newest fabrics, is all pieced together. So I'll just take your hood. The hood is an excuse for a nice big piece of fur around the collar. So this fabric comes like this. I've been talking this whole time about how you piece this all together. Now I found it already done. $29.98, 60 inches wide, pieced together. Need I say more? I mean, that's just about as easy as it gets. So we did our world's easiest parka, the one-piece parka, and then we could not resist, and again, Pam, there's a vest underneath to match. So you decide how many or how much you need. And then there's the parka. And I did wear this parka on the way down because it was cold when I left home, so there's my parka. And I did a shell out of that same fabric, so here's the parka with shell. World's easiest parka, that one piece. And here is the shell, and there's the parka itself. And I could wear this one by itself or that one by itself. And then, of course, we went one further and we said, well, this stuff is too beautiful to just waste on a parka. Not that you waste it, but why wouldn't you just make a jacket out of it? So here is the jacket, the blazer bonanza, made out of that fabric. And you can wear it indoors all year round. So yeah, if you thought all this piecing and appliquing and bio strips was too much, somebody there is making it for us, and all we got to do is use it. Okay, trench coat done in iridescent nylon. It doesn't get much better. Day like today, windproof, water repellent, wraps around, no zippers, no buttons, no buttonholes, no nothing. Just a nice, classy little coat. You can make it shorter or you can make it longer. That's the joy of sewing. You make up the rules. And that's why, of course, I've sewn to begin with, because I want to make it my own look, my own length, my own color, my own everything. Those poor guys that have to go out to the retail market and try to find it, good luck. Those of us that can sew, we can do it. Okay, so if you want to be warm and you want, you know the coats, there's coats out there that shrink in the closet, winter coats. Over the summer they shrink. I promise you this will not shrink. Look at the size of this. Hold out your arms and you'll see, yes, that's not going to shrink in the closet. So again, it's sort of like a big blanket, but it's kind of like a cape. Pull the hood down and you've got a nice fur collar. You can do it one color or two colors or whatever. Remember those stupid capes that had those stupid little slits you were supposed to try to drive? This one, you got arms, you can go, you can do whatever. Yeah, it's called Art Coature, and if you want something that'll last forever and ever and ever, this'll do it. If you get too big to fit this, you are in trouble. Okay, we're going to finish off with one last coat, and if there's one coat only in your wardrobe, we'll say, well, with Canadian winters, I hate to pretend that we're in California, because winter does come, and it comes with a vengeance, so we better be prepared. So here is the coat that we show you every year. We just make some new things to go with it. The fur cuffs are detachable, so you can wear them with or without, and you can then take the shell off. The shell is made from the world's easiest parka pattern, and the coat itself is made from the classic coat. So again, she could put those cuffs on again, and I would put pins on those if I was using them for real, because they look really great on, but they could fall off in your soup or wherever. So if you then just pin them when you're wearing them, that would be a smarter move. Okay, and of course you can put the hood headband on if you wanted. That might be just almost pushing it. But let's bring Pam out with all the other kinds of things. Okay, so we won't put that one on, but we'll put some collars, because if you have a collar, it's going to change the whole look of the coat. So here it is. You start out the winter with the plain coat, and then you add a collar. You should do this in the mirror because it's going to give you a better look. But you got your little red slinky outfit underneath, and you put a little slinky on this. You got a collar. Okay, let's take that off. We made a new one this year, and we made this one out of tulle. So if you look at this, this is tulle with flowers appliqued all over it, which is kind of neat. So let me put that on. So isn't that neat? So there's another look. You could have a whole wardrobe of those. Okay, then we're going to put on a vest. So let's take that one off. Do you feel sort of like a mannequin, Ruth? Yeah, that's right. So there's a vest. So imagine the possibilities if you start putting vests on this, short or long vests. And this goes on, but so does winter. I mean, we're now in February, perhaps, and we'll put the fringed one on. So get all glitzed up for Valentine's. And February does need a little bit of help because it's usually kind of a miserable month, so there you go. The neighbors go crazy because they think you've got all these coats. So let's just stop this. I mean, we've got colors till July, but let's hope it doesn't go till July. So what's better than a little bit of fur is a little bit more fur. So we'll just put on the fur collar, and there you are. You're set. So winter's coming, be prepared. Okay, thank you guys. Let me take all these. So let's have all of our models. Actually, is there just 3? No, there's 4. Pam's coming back, so come on out. Give one last thank you to a great bunch of guys. And to our newest, don't you think she should be on the team? Yes. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. The whole object was to inspire you, get you going, and get you sewing. Thank you, thank you. Thank you guys for coming every year and coming back and enjoying this show because you're the fuel for my flame. Get going and keep sewing. Thank you.